Michael Coyner. She is a university student at Swansea University on the Communications and Culture, doing her master's degree, and she's very kindly offered to come here to Wales News Online to help us with all sorts of different things to improve the way we deliver the news to you. So first and foremost, Michael Coyner, welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
You come from Idaho, Ketchum. Almost sounds like ketchup, doesn't it? But it's ketchup.
It's spelled very similar,
Right.
with a K. But yes, Ketchum, Idaho, which is in the U.S. on the west side of the country. Small town up in the mountains over there.
So what brought the Atlantic to Swansea University?
I wanted to try something different. Pandemic kind of hit everyone, hard, including myself. So I just wanted to change the scenery and to try something new. And Wales seemed like the perfect place to do it.
Yeah. And you obviously are a sort of aficionado of the news in America, and you can't fail to miss the news here in the UK. Anyone you speak to on the street has an opinion. Does it differ greatly?
I have come to realize that no matter where you are, everybody has their own things to deal with. And just everybody likes to be informed. There's always something to talk about. There's a little bit of a culture difference, but not too much. Generally people just want to know what's best for everyone else, and everybody's going to have a different opinion. In America, it's just kind of always in your face, which it can be a little bit exhausting, especially within the last couple of years. But it's just always nice to be informed and to kind of, make sure you're getting your news from trusted sources, and you're kind of getting all sides of the story there.
We were called recently by the New York Times for an interview about the state of news in the UK, and surprisingly, you may be surprised, I don't know, but it really wasn't in a great place. Certainly not for diversity, certainly not for content, and there's been various committee meetings, select committee meetings. The Senedd committees have met, and they've sort of pored over, what can be done to improve the news service in Wales and in the UK. In America, it just seems to be you've got news on every single channel. We're only talking about a few networks here in Wales and the UK, but in America, you've got talk shows, talk radio shows, newspapers, you've got the news vans, you've got the major networks. Do you think we're lacking in the UK as far as news provision?
It is, and like I mentioned, it is kind of in your face a lot more over in America, and social media kind of has a big deal with that. That's where probably a lot of people, ages 25 and under get their news just from social media, and now, and the news outlets have really picked up on that, at least over in America. And then there's podcasts and all that stuff. You can literally, it'll take you 10 seconds to access any type of news that you need to find. In local news, I think I wouldn't say it's lacking. It's just, it's just a little bit different. It's just a different vibe over here. I don't think it's, they're better or worse. I think it's just, just a different, what works for different folks, Do
you sort of see we'll report on something like the cat getting stuck up the tree? That's a big story, but do they cover little things like that?
Absolutely.
They do.
In my small town in Ketchum, we have something called the Idaho Mountain Express, which is a very small, it comes out twice a week, but it is just, everybody reads the Express. Right. It is like, if that thing went away, they would just, hell would have frozen over.
Unless it's in the Express, it hasn't happened.
Exactly. And it's just the gossip columns, and it is. I would say it's very similar, just depending on where you live. But I do see similarities in both.
Okay, we heard a lot during the election campaign about Donald Trump, obviously, and the fake news and so on. Do you? Is that a real concern to Americans? Is there a sort of a wealth of fake news? Are there lots of things popping up now, new channels, new people purporting to tell the news, but really with this kind of agenda, whether it be left, whether it be right, whether it be Nazi, white supremacist, whatever. Does that happen in America a lot?
Yeah, well, it's kind of we're at the point where anybody with a keyboard can become a citizen journalist and can say what they feel and write a blog and then declare themselves right. And I think, and it's not just in America. I think everybody needs to kind of be aware of the sources and where they get their news and kind of just make sure you're getting it from a credible source. It's kind of like you can just get it from anywhere. You can log on and you can go down some rabbit holes and so I think just it's more about being informed and making sure, okay, is this really what's happening? Is there facts to back this up, or is this just somebody having a rant?
That's a fair point, actually, because I know that we obviously press regulators in the UK. We're press regulated. A lot of the what you'd call the hyperlocal sites in Wales are regulated, and we have a governing body, almost the ICNN. We're regulated by Impress. That logo goes on the site. Partners with the BBC, LDRS. People can trust in that. That's quite important, isn't it, to have those sort of logos and those badges that people know instantly. That's a source of sort of trusted news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because then, but people don't know that. You'll say, oh, what, my cousin said this, and my cousin's sister-in-law said this, and oh my gosh, he must be right. And, it's like people are willing to believe pretty much anything. But, and there are those institutions that exist in America as well, but that's not to say that everybody will, oh, there's a badge there. Well, of course, they're not going to always look for that. They're going to just say, well, this agrees with the way I think, so it must be right. You're kind of living that echo chamber, and only kind of, engaging with the content that reflects your own views, which is not necessarily the best way, but yeah.
Well, we're trusting you now with our little business here. We're trusting you with this vehicle we have for providing free independent news in Llanelli and Wales. And just tell people listening in, really, I mean, we've got some exciting plans, really. Just tell people a little bit, an overview of what your remit is and what you're going to be doing for us.
Well, I would say the main focus that we're going to be doing together is kind of getting this news van up and running. It's just going to be something where we can just take the van out, take it to an event, take it to any town in South Wales, and just kind of start talking to people, get their ideas, get their opinions, get their thoughts on what's happening around in the community. And we're going to make it fun. We're going to make it comfortable. We're going to just make it eye-catching and hopefully build some sort of a social media following behind it. So when you see the news van in your town, you'll get all excited and just hopefully, really bring this up to the potential that it could have. And it's just going to be something exciting that people will really want to get involved in. So we're looking forward to that.
It's one of the things I like about Americans is this enthusiasm and the excitement and the energy. And, you can tell I'm a little bit more sort of conservative, a little bit more reserved. And the Welsh tend to be a little bit, oh, yeah, I believe that when it happens. But, yeah, it is exciting. We're very excited. We're very grateful to have you here. And we look forward to certainly letting people know about where we are, so we could be in Carmarthen today, in Llanelli tomorrow, in Swansea the next day. And as you say, this really is about giving people a platform, allowing them to express their views, opinions, and talk about contemporary issues in the news. It is something, Michael, that is really disappearing from the towns and villages of Wales and the UK, possibly America, I don't know. But the local reporter with the feet on the ground that's talking to the elderly ladies, the WI, the Veterans Associations and so on, you're hard pushed now to find a reporter, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, it's just kind of, I hate to say it, but it's almost like people have gotten lazy. But
lazy journalism is something that comes up a lot.
Yeah, but it's almost like just kind of giving that reassurance that somebody's going to be heard and say, you know what, hey, I'm listening too. I value what you have to say, and kind of giving, the local community that reassurance that say, you know what, I'm listening. Please tell me more, and that's kind of something that I see, with this van. Is just like, you know what, just keep talking, tell us more.
Well, this is really an exclusive as well because, one is that this is the birth of the news van really in this area of Wales, maybe in the UK. We'll officially crack open a tea bag and pour a cup of tea now and launch the hashtag The News Van, and keep an eye on that and look out for our social media pages coming soon. And our website coming soon, all courtesy of Michael Coyner from the USA, who's kindly joined us from Swansea University as part of her dissertation for her Masters. So, Michael, pleasure speaking to you, and
Thank you so much.
Get on with it.
Yeah, let's do it.